Disclaimer, this is not WiNTER Starcraft. This is not anyone else. This is the real WiNTER. And I'm saying real as his name's WiNTER in game since Brood War, I think 2001. So yeah, let's not confuse the two people. And of course, in my opinion, he has a much better mind for the game. So
Well, that's really nice. Hi everyone.
yeah, hello, hello. So
How is it going? How is the stream going?
it's going well. We had one smaller issue here, but
attól nem kell félnem, nem történik meg.
we have a couple of redeems here. So yeah, let's see, people already saying hi and whatnot.
Hi there. Yeah,
how
just
are
turned
you?
on the stream. Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. All
What do
good,
you
all
have
good.
prepared us for us?
So yeah, I've prepared a replay. Before that, I just want to know the result against J Priest. I've seen a game where
I
you
lost 1-4.
1-4. Okay, yeah. Still want my map, so.
I did not expect that in the Neo Humanity proxy hash cheese on that.
Yeah,
boat.
that's the one I've seen. Dark did that.
Yeah.
Hi J Priest as well. Dark did that in. I can't remember where, to be honest. But yeah, I've seen the build order. Maybe it was IM Katowice.
Yeah, probably. Some recent tournament, definitely. Cause...
Cheeky play, for sure. Okay, so yeah, what I've prepared is basically a replay against one of my teammates called PS, which the ones who follow Hungarian Starcraft probably do know.
And who don't, he's a really good analytical mind.
Very, very good analytical mind. Very, very good strategy-wise. And when he actively played and practiced a lot, he reached around 6K on the ladder. Nowadays, he's around 5-1, 5-2. So just about my opponent that. But yeah, you basically asked me to concentrate on my play or my thoughts about the game. You can ask me any questions. I'm happy to answer absolutely anything.
If you have the stream chat open, then
I do.
We'll see. Guys, be sure to ask WiNTER questions. Let's just do a test. Let's just see. Do the pings work?
Yeah, that did work. Yeah.
Okay. So it works in all, and we can actually just go on. I can go on your vision. Just let me know when. Other than that, I'm just going to follow your pings.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can pause whenever you want.
Sure thing. Yeah, I'll turn that on. So I'm just trying to test if you put it on me. I'm not sure, but yeah, it is basically.
Yes, there we go. I'm on your vision.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So PVT. The reason I chose this replay is simply because this is the matchup I was struggling with for the longest time, really. I'm around 5-1K, sometimes 5-2K, but lost a lot against Terran players around 4-6, 4-7K. So I really wanted to improve this. Yeah, by far my weakest matchup. Well, especially compared to the other two, it's just shocking. So yeah, we started playing a lot of custom games against Kneehead and PS, who are my teammates, and trying to improve that. So yeah, so what I want to point out here is some of the good plays, some of the bad plays I did. There are still some stuff that could be improved. So yeah, basically just gonna talk about those. Just to talk about the game, my opponent starts with a 2 gas opening, and basically my probe gets stuck in the base, and I'm trying to get it out somehow, but I can't. So what I'm trying to do with my probe is basically hide it in the corner, but there is already a mistake that I can't, and SCV kills it. The reason why we want to hide it in the corner is basically just the Reaper needs to come across and then delay it, basically delay the Reaper coming your way. and you can get the adept out. Against this opener, I normally play Blink, but against this double gas opener, I like to play Stargate. Oracle comes out pretty fast, and when a Terran plays double gas, they're gonna quickly get a factory, quickly get Reapers, and you need to be prepared. You need batteries and you need units, and if you commit to Blink, then basically Blink won't be ready by the time the Hellions, the Reapers arrive. So while the Oracle can be, so that's why I'm choosing to play Stargate, which is not my strengths, but yeah, against this, it's you kind of have to do that as Protoss. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Seems pretty clear. I'm
Yeah.
also learning, by the way, here, guys. So this is a real fun session for me because I'm also learning.
Okay. that's cool. I'm gonna learn some stuff as well. So I'm starting with 2 adepts here. My thought process is basically fairly simple. If you get stalkers, then you're gonna delay your oracle because of the gas costs. So I get like triple stalker normally, and then the oracle. And I'm trying to dive in and just with the shades and just see what's there. And I can only see Marines. Sometimes you can see the Hellions already popping and Reapers, and that's trouble. You need to kind of make a wall as a Protoss. But yeah, I'm seeing that it's just Marines and probably some sort of other tech. So I can bring the Adepts and the Oracle across and try to dive on those Marines, which as you can see I'm doing. But unfortunately, the Cyclone comes out, which is a bit unfortunate for the Oracle. However, he starts chasing the Adept, so the Oracle can go back in and maybe kill another worker, which is really good for the Protoss player. And yeah, I've already started Twilight Council, so that's going to be the follow-up. Blink is the follow-up, since there is like no major aggression coming my way. I can see there are 3 command centers. It's a really economic build from PS, so I know I can get my 3rd base and I can go up safely to Blink Stalkers, as well as following up with the robotics facility there. Yeah, he starts double evo, so it's like it's a really economic start to the game. However, it's gonna get quite feisty really quickly with a lot of action in a few minutes. But obviously, the beginning is a bit more economic for that.
How many gateways did you go for? So you went for three gates.
Yep.
Pretty standard. Well, it was like 2 gates and then you added the 3rd.
Yeah, exactly. So 2 gates, and then added the Stargate obviously after the first one, and then added 2 more with the Twilight basically. So yeah,
Didn't
that's
pay
the
attention
open.
to that, but I got a question here. So,
Yep.
what is the order that you get the buildings? Is it like
In this game or
second
normally
gate and then Stargate, or Stargate as fast as possible?
Stargate as fast as possible. So you get Stargate after the first gateway. First gateway gets 3 adepts out, and then once the Stargate unit you put in the Oracle, then you get the extra 2 gateways, as well as in this case the Twilight. Kind of depends what you scout. You might need a robo if there is like a tank aggression, or armor if you don't mind drop or something like that. Although you should be safe with the Oracle as well. But yeah, that's basically the order of things. I'm trying to dive in on that tank, which would be a nice pickup, but
Almost got
he's
it.
repairing quite nicely. However, there are some free SCVs and an opportunity as well to, if he comes out to try to defend his 3rd, I can go into the main base, which I'm obviously doing, and we can snipe something here. I'm not sure if it's the stim or the combat shield, but it is the stim, which is huge for the Protoss. Obviously stops any kind of Terran aggression. So yeah, that's a really good pick off. I can basically take the force blaze and force space and start the upgrades, like charge and +1, and maybe get a 2nd forge. So I should start the force base pretty soon, I think. After I'm blinking away with those stalkers.
In the meantime,
Because
you also
now I
have
can
a
see.
question on the
Yeah.
chat. Just
Oh, okay. Did you scout the Terran was going 3cc instead of 311? If not, how did you know that wouldn't be a 7-minute push? Okay, so yeah, basically he went for a Cyclone first, which is a safer opening against Stargate. And I could see with my dev that there is a third CC, so I knew it's gonna be an economic play. There will be no push. Tanks delayed, and then after obviously I've sniped this Stim, then I knew he just can't move out. There's literally no way for the Terran to do that, so I can kind of abuse a little bit my stalkers there. Between his natural and third base, pick off some units while his team is rebuilding. And as you can see now, there is a fourth base. Charge forge. There should be a second forge and a second robo. Second robo is there, but not the second forge just yet. So I know I'm in a good spot basically. Obviously those 7-minute Terran pushes that you mentioned are quite scary. So Protoss needs to pump out a lot of units and defend at the batteries. It's really hard to stop. So once you hold that, it's getting a bit more comfortable as a Protoss player. Once you have double robo and 4 base and can get a lot of units out. So yeah, after fourth base and a few disruptors, normally I'm moving out just after that, around 170 supply. Up until that point, I'm just defending.
is there like a magic number that you do in terms of Colossi?
Yeah, well, I go for 3. However, I think MC said that 4 is the optimal one. I normally go for 3 myself. Yeah, I think that does really well. Yeah, pretty much always like to go for 3 Colossi. There's a drop there, which is kind of annoying, picking up a few stalkers there. Didn't realize there's such a huge gap in there, so he can use a medivacs to get in there, and I believe he's going to as well shortly again with the doom drop.
No, you scouted the ghost as well.
Yeah, that's a
big.
really good scout. So yeah, I can see that he has quite a lot of bio now and ghost, which is always very, very scary. However, has nothing against, because of the ghost, he has no money to get Vikings just yet, which is really good when you're playing Colossi, as well as no Liberators. That's basically countering the Disruptors. So that's a really good position to be in.
Ooh, nice snipe on that medevac.
Yeah, a few weaknesses to point out from my end. Which is, one is basically no map vision, so I couldn't see this attack coming and got into position really late. And the other one is my army composition right now, which is just have too many zealots, way too many. And the Widow Mines did a really good job, as well as those ghosts as well. Yeah, but it's kind of now a Protoss army that you want to go for. Yeah, third Colossi is missing. Maybe it's just, yeah, it's another mistake to not go for that.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's why I asked, because I saw only 2 before starting to produce disruptors.
Yeah, there should be a third one.
But nice disruptor shots.
Yeah, about the disruptor shots, when the Terran dives in, we can see this throughout this game. When a Terran dives in on a Protoss army, you can send double balls. And when you're zoning, when you're like moving back and he wants to attack into it, you just send one back. But it's normally in engagement 2, and then you split the 2 disruptor balls. I believe I've seen it on your play when we had like a coaching or practice session. You had like 3 balls sometimes, or 4.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately you quickly run out of disruptor balls if you do that. So
one
need to be
maximum, 2
careful.
at a time.
Yeah, maximum 2 at a time, yeah. And then if he's on the top of your army, then yeah, obviously you can go for more. You can see the huge gap again on this map, which is PS really abusing and does it so quite nicely. There's 2 liberators to get into position and a lot of bio, and I have nothing in position. And yeah, I'm gonna
This is
lose.
such a hard position to break, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm going for Rico, otherwise I feel like I'm losing all of my pylons and production. But he can pretty much snipe all of my disruptors and all of the stalkers as well, which are blinking into those liberators. So
And yeah, the MPs.
it's not necessarily a great play from me. I mean, it's not much you can do about it, to be honest, when he just flies into that position, unless you have like air units like Phoenixes or something. But
What would be the ideal position for the
ideal
Protoss
position
there?
would be on your 3rd base instead of the 4th, and then you can blink in with your stalkers, and the Colossi can just walk in the ramp. So
You don't have to use the recall then.
yeah, don't have to use recall and can get into position a lot quicker before the Liberator siege up and all the bio drops out, so you can maybe snipe some medivacs with your stalkers. So yeah, I just didn't see it on the minimap somehow, that this is coming. But even with that, I've got a 5th space, still got a good army, fairly okay upgrades, although he will have 3-3 in a second while I only on 1-2. So he will have an advantage of that, but I've definitely got the edge in the composition and just army supply in general. And yeah, this is basically where the Dark Shrine comes in. So obviously for some DT harassment, and this is the stage where I like to start moving out with my army. Pretty much maxed out, got a lot of disruptors, so I can start trying to break some of the Terran positions, especially before he gets up to Liberators. So Liberator is quite powerful, as we all know, Protoss players for Terran. So already, as you can see, I'm moving my army back because I don't really want to fight in 4 Liberators. And as it gets more and more and more, it's going to be more and more difficult for me. I would need to like walk around the Terran army.
It's what, two reactor starports, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So yeah, the mistake is from my side is when I see 4 liberators, I should know that there will be more very soon. So I would need to get these starports right away. Well, stargates, and well, I actually do get them. A little bit late, maybe even I should say, to be honest, because I need to wait for Tempest.
I saw you instantly went for the DT blink as well. I guess
Yeah.
it's just really good upgrade.
Yeah, it's very powerful to break those planetaries if not defended well. Yeah, so I just like to use it. I think every Protoss does in late game. It's a pretty good upgrade.
I think I also said that this late game is like you need some DTs because DTs are powerful to snipe bases and
Yeah.
you can just cripple the outer bases, cripple the economy.
Yeah, it's very good. If you can kill 1 or 2 planetaries, it's really good. Yeah, you can see that while I was zoning, I had like again one disruptable, and when he stemmed and started running towards me, I had to and killed quite a lot of bio, and once again have a pretty big army lead and pretty much caught up with my upgrades as well. So yeah, this game is going pretty well, I think, at this stage. Yeah, what's missing is the run buys, but yeah, the DTs are coming now. DT blink is ready.
You said you need Tempest.
Yeah. When it's generally speaking, when it's more than like when I can see more than 5 liberators, then I like to go Tempest just to. Otherwise, I just can't break his Tempest positions, and yeah, it's just really hard as Protoss basically. So here again, I need to run back. I can take down that planetary, but yeah, I don't really want to fight head on because of the liberators. The Protoss army just melts really quickly. those DTs at the bottom of the map do a really great job, and
You're
yeah,
basically destroying three
yep,
CCs at the same time, but he has
yeah,
like enough
exactly.
because it's turn, so he's building constantly.
Yeah, while I'm expanding away. So yeah, I think I'm in a pretty good position, and the fleet beacon just warps in now. Bit slow, to be honest. Um, yeah, and I have a lot of stalkers, which is a takeaway from pretty much the whole game, and at the end of it you will see as well that just way too many stalkers. Obviously, I'm spamming it because I'm scared of those liberators, but those marauders will wreck my army if there are no good disruptor shots. So
Ooh, 27
it's not.
Marauders, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a lot. It's not an ideal army comp I have. Although yeah, as you can see, when the liberators are
Nice.
out of position
Beautiful.
or in a bad position, I can snipe quite a few. And then there are some good disruptor shots there. Obviously, disruptors are really good against marauders. They are really chunky units, so it's a bit harder to micro as well as marines. So yeah, those work really well at the moment. Once again, the run-bys are missing, so I should constantly harass this bottom base. Though there is not many workers in there, but there are 3 CCs.
I'll ask you to stretch as well, because we had a stretch redeem.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I did that.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
You guys can abuse it. Spend those mouse coins. Once
Then,
again.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Double disruptor shots. I can see a free liberator there and blink away instantly. So that's another really good trade there, to be honest. And the DTs come in at the bottom and get rid of a lot of SCVs. So BS is on like 50, yeah, on 56 workers. So it's getting a bit too low. Although obviously, as we know, because of Muse, the Terran does not need as many workers as the Protoss. But yeah, if we can get it to a bit lower, around 40 workers, then we might put the Terran on all-in position. Once again, the Liberators siege up, so I need to get out of there. And there are a few nice disruptor shots. And then now I'm just zoning away and moving backwards again. Made him use the stim, made him siege up those Liberators.
Unfortunately, lost that Oracle, but
Yeah, and then this is the one that I should not allow this move from the lips, because it's basically a position I can't move into. And he can slowly start using his liberators to move forward.
does he have what do you call it? Librange?
Yeah, he does have lib range already. Yeah.
Wait, does he?
And then
No, he
just
doesn't.
keep. Oh, he doesn't.
Doesn't have. Well, that's
Yeah,
probably the better case.
You're correct. Yeah, you are correct. That's weird. Yeah. That's just.
I was surprised as well. I was looking for it.
Yeah, but still, even without that range, I can't just move in. So I start getting those tempests, and it's a really tough, really tricky position to be as as Protoss. I would need to like go around at the bottom and then try to break this position from there, but he can then just move in and kill my base, and yeah, it's quite tricky. So he has some good trades here, and sniping my disruptors as well. And then it's just a massive stalker warping once again, which is definitely just a mistake. At this point, you just don't want to be on stalkers against this many marauders and ghosts as well. So yeah, I'm losing this base, and PS came back to this game quite nicely, to be honest. I'm still in an okay position. Obviously, have a lot of expansions, but yeah, it's not the best army now.
The one here in the 7 o'clock position, that's basically you taking the Terran space, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I guess you can look at it that way. But then he took my base at the top around like 1 o'clock then as well. So it's quite a split map. Yeah, I would definitely need to break this base, and the game would be mine basically. At the bottom, it's
Oh
like
yeah,
6
that
o'clock base.
6 o'clock base.
There are
Yeah.
a few DTs there, but there is a lib and a turret. And then he starts putting up some static defense, which is really good against those carriers that start kind of coming out in numbers, as well as tempests. So it's gonna be really, really hard for me to break
Ooh,
this
6
position.
Stargates. Why so many Stargates? Is it like a must, or what's the thought process behind getting so many Stargates?
Well, it's because I've got a huge bank, and I want to rebuild really quickly if I lose my target units. And it's simple as that. Ideal would be like 3-4, but if I lose them quickly, I can lose the game because I don't have enough production. So that's basically it. So I normally do like to go up to like at least 5, but maybe 6 when I have money to do so. But yeah, this
I think
position is quite
couple
funny now.
mules.
So
Oh, no mules dropped. Is he just mining more efficiently, or?
yeah,
I'm looking at what the minings are. Okay, I guess at this point he's going into nukes because I see a lot of ghost academies.
yeah, he will start nuking in a moment, which is a really, really good and powerful play from the Terran,
Ooh, that was
especially
close.
against those Tempest. And I obviously had to start building my static defense just so he can move in to those positions really, really easily to get this base. And nuke is just really strong against those static defenses,
How do
and
you
makes my
deal
army pull away.
with nukes? Like, I know what the general thing is, like the red dot and whatnot, but is it like based on luck to spot it, or do you have like a method to make it easier?
Yeah, normally I'm just looking for the red dots, and I try to find positions that's worth nuking basically. So yeah, like mining bases or my army basically. That's the ones I'm looking for. I think it's fairly easy to spot it, to be honest. So yeah, here it's like I instantly see where the nuke is going to, and I'm gonna try to move away from that position towards the bottom side, which is not the greatest because there are no static defense there, so I can't really heal my army up. And what I'm missing this style is the Oracle, obviously, as well. So I could snipe those liberators and turrets from distance. So once again, nuke goes there, I can pretty much instantly see it and moving my army away. And yeah, because of this dance, once again, I could not see at the bottom. Now I've got like 10 idle DTs, which just don't do anything, and this base gets mined out.
Quick question: how does this nuking red dot thing work? Is it like where the ghost is, or where it's pointed?
Oh, the red dot.
Yeah.
It's where the nuke is pointed to. So yeah, it's basically when he casts the nuke, there will be a red dot where the nuke goes to. So you can kind of figure out where the ghost is from that position normally.
Okay, so now that you start like
Yep.
trading out some of the army, do you like transition to something else, or still go for the Sky Toss Disruptor army?
Yeah, the ultimate Protoss army is as you said, the Sky Toss Disruptor. He has a lot of Vikings, so obviously, and Ghost, which can fight Sky Toss quite well, but the Disruptors are really good. And he, as you can see, he hasn't got much of a bio army. So yeah, you can, as a Protoss, you can go for a lot of Stalkers because there are not many ground units, and you can wreck those Vikings with your Stalkers. So that was my thinking in there. That's why I didn't get like 10, 15 carriers. I just get a few. As you can see, my army is really good here because he has committed for so many Vikings. What I'm missing now though is the disruptor count. Yeah, you can see it's
That's
like I have
nice.
so many stalkers, and he needs to land a Viking because there is nothing in the air that he needs to shoot. So it's a good position for me. Yeah, it's tricky to get those late game compositions right.
Because you need to be ready to transition once again.
Yeah,
Like, this is just like a higher amount of mid game composition, pretty much.
pretty much, yes. Yeah, sometimes you can switch back. Obviously, there are a lot of medivacs, a lot of Vikings, and once again, you can see there is like no bio units. So basically, once again, my mistake and thinking is a bit wrong because I should have gone. Like there is a lot of reinforcements coming out from PS, and he has like a double army supply than he had a minute ago. And I should have moved out and just wrecked basically everything. I could have just killed him, but I was hesitant and I wanted to build up some of my disruptors. And now he has a really good army once again. Lot of marauders against my stalkers.
Ah, yeah. So yeah, basically you both just switch compositions here and there.
Yeah, but the ultimate Protoss composition is the carrier disruptor. It's basically what you're going to go for, and I think what I should have gone for and kept doing in this game instead of spamming those stalkers now. Especially as there are no liberators now, just basically 2, which don't do much. And he has a lot of bio, which is really good against my stalkers. Still having quite a few disruptors now, so I'm just trying to trade, and it's still fairly even game. It's the problem is for me is that I'm running out of resources. It's not much mining going on, and my bank is gone because I bought so many stalkers and didn't trade efficiently. While PS still mining and like 2.5 bases, so he has a fairly good income and a pretty good army against my army. So as long as he can dodge disruptor shots,
Yeah,
he's
Stalker
pretty good.
Warping. I guess
Yeah,
you were
once again.
just as a reflex, you were warping it just to warp in something.
Yeah, exactly. Like no zealots because zealots are trash. No archons because there are ghosts that counter them. And instead of trying to continuously chrono boost out those carriers and disruptors, sometimes I just I guess panic buy those stalkers, and once again I have so many of them against so many marauders.
Also, thank you, Silent Bomb, for tuning in. See you later then. It's going out for class. And Duggan's gonna be back as the last segment for the stream.
Alright.
Most likely. So,
the evening segment then.
yeah, the master, some master Terran inside.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's Terran. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, once again I see the disruptor shot. Oh, but those like, it's so
Yes.
annoying that you A move and you basically need to be careful about the disruptors because they won't go ahead once they shot.
Yeah, it's really hard to control it sometimes, like especially by using the blink. And yeah, what I'm trying to do it's I have my whole army on one hotkey and just the disruptors on the next one. What I try to do is like I move my whole army and then instantly pull back using the other hotkey, my disruptors. But sometimes, yeah, you just don't do it and they just go forward and die. And now this is the biggest mistake I made in this game, is to stay in this position. He scans on me, he splits his army, and he knows that he can jump on this. It's a terrible Protoss position. As you can see, half of my army does not fight.
Yeah,
And
You have a convex instead of a concave.
Yeah, and I'm trying to expand there. I'm trying to keep this position, but I can't obviously. And yeah, it's basically all my disruptors gone, as well as all of my economy gone. I'm sending a bit of a probe counter. There is like no mining going on any of my bases.
The jugger move.
Yeah, the jugger move. And yeah, that's it. PS wins because I have too many stalkers in this game. And
Wow.
that's about it. Yeah, I didn't want to select a replay where I have a flawless victory against him or against anyone, because basically, yeah, I wanted to show like what went well in the game and what I still need to improve on, and what decisions I make are wrong. So yeah, that's my replay.
All right. Well, actually, if you have some kind of replay that you executed like a proper build order or something really cheeky or something that you can obviously, if you can't show it, then we don't want you to show what builds that you would use against someone. But
Yeah, as I'm not playing any tournaments really, I do have some. Obviously, I play a lot of customs this week, and those are replays I don't want to show because of our ongoing Hungarian tournament. However, I do have a cheeky build order which we sort of looked at against Zerg before, which is like a charge attack. So yeah, we can jump on that. It's a fairly quick, like 10-minute replay. So yeah, we can go through that if you're happy with that.
yeah, sure. Well, we still have time, so
Okay.
I think there's still like 2 more hours to go for the very first casting. So
All right.
I'll see what I fill it up with.
Probably a bit of a ladder, I suppose.
Ladder or maybe team games if someone from the chat wants to play some team games. Other than that, I can just cast some games live on stream. That's also a thing. Wait, I'm not in.
There we go. Okay, so I found it.
Okay. I was gonna say, wait, I'm not in the party anymore. I just realized you just invited me to the replay lobby, so. Yeah, that was a really solid game.
That was a really fun game, yeah. Yeah, like a proper fun game. Like stylistically, we play quite similar to PS, and like a lot of harassing but defending at the same time, and a bit cautious attacks. So that makes for great games. Sometimes like long games, sometimes boring ones, but this one was quite fun at the top. Basically, non-stop action for 15 minutes for those 2 expansions. So yeah, fun games. And then the next one is going to be against Mix, who's a 5-4-5-5 Zerg / random player. And yeah, on ladder occasionally I'm against good and greedy Zerg players. I do this build order, which is a charge lot attack into a Archon follow-up. So we can just go through how I do that. Yeah, sometimes when I try against like lower league players, I feel like randomly by getting some roaches so they don't die to adepts, I fail miserably. But yeah,
that's basically my entire life, pretty much.
yeah, it's like it's quite hard. But those like these build orders, these cheeky build orders, work really well against high level players. The higher level player I play against, the better it works. So
because they choose Link Bane mostly.
Yeah, and they drone up and try to defend and don't just buy units randomly without knowing what's going on. Trifex, who is I believe in CSO, and he was around 5'8". I've beat him twice on the ladder with this build order.
Really?
So yeah, so it's a good build order.
Nice. I have to go pat him on the back and tell him like, Get your shit together, bro.
Yeah, yeah, he would obviously beat me in like any kind of other game, but
Obviously, we love you, Big T. So, it's really solid.
yeah, he's a
In
very,
terms
very
of
good player.
Zergs, I think he's easily my favorite player as a Zerg.
Yeah, very, very solid macro player. Yeah, just a good player in general. Have a lot of potential, I think. I'm not sure how much he plays, but yeah.
No, he's working right
exactly.
now. I believe he did his masters, has a master's
All right.
degree, and basically works now. But he still plays super solid games in team leagues and whatnot. So carries the team.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so yeah, about the build order in a bit more detail. I'm starting off with a Stargate, as I
Okay, so
pretty
it's
much
not a
usually
straight
do.
up Twilight
No,
into charge, yeah.
no. So yeah, the reason why I go Stargate is two things. One, to be safe against any kind of all-ins like Ravager all-ins, etc. And the second is to deny his scouting of my bases, my expansion, my tech. So as you can see, like I'm a bit confused here. I'm not sure what's going on. So I just get like a shield battery because I didn't send my adept out. Probably there is a reason why I didn't do that. Maybe I've seen something.
Yeah, now speed is going to finish. You can barely like get there.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah, I'm probably
dangerous.
just shading out just to check that he has a third base or what's going on. And yeah, I cancelled the battery because I feel safer, because my void ray is coming out, and that's actually a bad dive. Once again, it's a bad decision.
Was
But
that
I think
intentional or?
probably not. If I'm very honest with you, I should not ever go in because obviously not charge. Link speed is ready around 3:30 normally. So yeah, after 3:30, you never want to dive in with your adepts because they're just gonna get killed. Yeah, we can see the Void Ray now starts working on that Overlord, and I instantly put down my Twilight Council, as well as a third base. So this third base is there for two reasons. One is it's a bit of a mind game, so it's like a fake third.
It's a trap.
It's a trap, yeah. He comes in, he scouts, okay, third base, everything is normal. I can get my force, I can drone up, etc. Can get my lair. But also there for follow-up, if my charge attack does not work out the way I intended to, I can probe up that third base and go again and play the game. With my Void Ray, what I'm trying to do is just pick off any Overlords or any Cryptomors, just to further delay him seeing my move out. With my charge, which is started, adding extra 5 gates, going up to 7. I normally do it with 8, but yeah, maybe I just did it wrong. And I start warping him, the Zealots, into my main base, just
There's
so...
the 8 gateway as well.
Oh yeah, there we go, yeah. Just so opening those zealots in my memory, just so if he comes across with a few links, which obviously does because he's a good Zerg, he does not see that I have like a lot of zealots, and he would basically know that it's charge attack and would get a Roach Warren, but instead he gets a Baling Nest, so that's really good. And the Hydra then, which is just obviously Hydras do terrible against zealots. Yeah. So
What about Hydras against Archons?
yeah, Archons aren't that good, but usually against Hydras, but usually there is a lot of links with those Hydras or Balelings, and Archons are really good to tank those shots, and that's it. And this is basically the first time he can see my charge lots. Like literally, he had the queens out of position, so we can see he just morphing Balelings. So we know he could not see what's coming basically because of that Void Ray. It did hide the build order really well.
Are you diving with these adepts normally, or?
Yeah, what I'm trying to do with the adepts, I'm normally shading them into different positions. But yeah, these were shading on top of the Banelings, so died instantly. Banelings should be good, but I just had a few nice splits there, and they weren't as effective as they should be. And I'm just continuously warping in Zealots at home, and then just sending them across. I haven't got a robo, so no warp gate. I'm just sending everything, and I'm getting a Templar archives with that as well. But I already know I'm in a really good position. I've killed a lot of drones. I've killed the base. Once again, a few more zealots appear, killing off even more drones. And now I have a probe advantage as well, because I was starting to probe up while I had this attack going on. And I have my Templar archives, and I'm going up to 4, maybe in a bit, even 6 gas, and just to get the Templars out as well as the Storm out. And then that's basically, that should be the killing blow, right? Because
Yeah, he has nothing, basically.
he has nothing, and he's on Hydrotech and Baneling, which is just terrible against Storms and Archons and Zealots. Well, Zealots, Banelings are good, but I can just storm those Banelings and get rid of them that way.
I really need to start using Storm, honestly.
Yeah, it's a really good spell, I think. So basically, I'm just waiting for the Storm here, and then I'm going to do a second move out. Yeah, there it is. So it's coming, and he's obviously trying to drone back up. As you can see, like 9 and 7 drone come out. Tries to get his force base again to try to get back into that game, but my second attack's already here, and he has a really small army. Bit better Baneling connections now, and I can see that base up there, and I can just storm for days.
Now you have enough storms, and you have like that Archon to just basically clean up whatever comes up there.
Yeah. And I know I can get rid of that fourth base, and I can zone him out with my storms and get rid of that third base. Oh, did I actually get this force? I believe I did. And yeah, I still have... Yeah. Still had some storms, took down that base, and I can trade these zealots off with those hydras. But I think I may just recall, yeah. Which is a bad recall because he killed quite a few of my units, but essentially he's on 2 base now, and I'm just taking my force. So that's like a terrible position.
Yeah, super comfortable Protoss position, I agree.
Yeah, and
always trying to go to lurkers off of this economy.
Yeah, this is like, yeah, maybe he can get like 4 lurkers, and
desperation move.
If I pretty much. If I just stick to charge lots, then okay, he's gonna probably trade okay, but he hasn't got enough Banelings. I would probably get a lot of Banelings and that many zealots, but even then, I just have a lot of storms, so probably not the best. I already have a War Prism at the top of the map as well, which is a threat, and he had a few Hydras in there. Unfortunately, I'm losing it because I just really want to warp him. Yeah.
Oh, and you denied the base again?
Yeah. And a bit too many storms, so that wasn't good. But yeah, I have a lot of High Templars, so obviously I can get a lot of storms out. And I'm just gonna go up and check if that force base is there again and clear up some creep, and that force base just built and dies again instantly. And I can basically do whatever I want. I'm already getting the second robo just in case he wants to go up to lurkers, so that was a really good play, I think, from me, because I was anticipated that he was going to do that. And now I can see the lurkers. I'm a bit scared, obviously, because I have a lot of Archons, but I have some armies coming from the top side, and I'm just trapping his army, his lurkers, his hydras, and once again killing off absolutely everything. And he's long distance mining now.
That's probably the worst feeling ever. Long distance mining as Zerg.
Yeah, it is pretty much. He's tried to get a few more lurkers just to try to defend this base. But this game is basically over since the 7-minute mark, I reckon, or 6-minute mark. He's just staying alive barely every single fight. Yeah, it's just what it is. I would have left if someone killed 2 of my bases, to be honest. But he basically tried. It's ladder, it's point, I suppose. So I'm gonna get my 5th and 2nd forge and probably Stargates soon as well, because it's time to carry her up. But I think I'm gonna move out once more with a lot of army, huge army. And yeah, obviously, if you wreck the Zerg's economy, yeah, the same with every race really, but especially with Zerg, if the Zerg can't swarm you with their units, they just pretty much unable to win the game. Their army isn't as strong up until Hive as the Protoss army, with a lot of mid-game spellcasters, let it be robo
Had enough
units.
for side points.
And now I'm just splitting up my army, killing off more drones at the natural, and yeah, just trying to get them into the main base as well. And then now just the lurkers defending, so I know I can dive on them. Although there are a few High Templars I'm losing for free, but the Zealot's doing a great job pretty much everywhere. And
this game is kind of over, so.
And then yeah, this game is, it's pulling a
drone
drone now.
Into the meat grinder. When you pull the boys, it's it's kind of over already.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you pull it, so. Wow, that was solid. Now I just have to ask you: do you have a PvP replay?
PvP. Ooh.
Some cheeky PvP replay. You can actually, if you want, of course.
Yeah. Believe I still got time, like a 15-minute. Which,
okay.
So, I'm speaking Hungarian, so. So
no
yeah,
worries. I'll translate if that's the case.
Yeah. So yeah, we can watch a PvP as well.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure on this game what happened, but
ooh, Novo. That's actually part of the Angel Wings, who we are playing against at some point in the team league, in one of the divisions. So
all right, so it's scouting information then.
Well, I'm not sure if we're playing them on this high MMR. It's like 4-7, so could actually be Division 2 if we play them in Div 2. So yeah, thank you. Good old scanning information.
Let's scout, yeah, and then send a Protoss against him. So yeah, it was on my barcode account. I have one. That's for when I prepare for any matches. I think pretty much everyone has that. I do so as well. And then yeah, there you go. So there you go. So I think it's going to be a pretty standard Protoss versus Protoss. 2 gateway openers, no 1 gate fast expand. Obviously on this map it's not really viable. No ramp and huge gap at your natural.
Yes.
To wall off.
Wow.
Do you like going 1 gate fast expand normally, or?
Sometimes I try it, but since I'm not that big of a fan of it, I usually, if I do it, some people just move across the map with 2 stalkers and try to deny him. Then I have to go robo, because they're following it up, and sometimes it's kind of like a coin flip. Right. Some people just try to match the expansion. Some people just I don't know, try to deny it.
Yeah.
It's not like at the high level that they have like kind of that pattern, like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'll try to deny it this way, I'm scouting because it's potentially one gate expand, yada yada
Yeah.
yada.
Yeah, it gets really complex at the pro level, like something I don't really understand sometimes, to be honest. Like how you react if someone one gate fast expands against you, how he reacts if you try to bust it. What do you get Stargate? Do you get Robo? Like both sides, it's really technical and quite complex, and that's why Max Pax is one of the best in PvP, because he understands that probably the best. Yeah, how a hero can bust it quite a few times from what I've seen recently. So yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
a it's
Big
a
Fist.
yeah.
I remember Max Fax was like, oh, what a stupid game. And he was like, oh, he's actually map hacking. He was saying
Yeah,
that.
insane. So yeah, from about this game then is I know that something fishy is going on, because there is no pylon at the bottom at this time. So as you can see, I already have it ready, and I couldn't see his being ready. So I know there is a proxy on the map. I'm trying to find it desperately, but I'm nowhere near it. And as you can see, I'm building two batteries because I'm a battery and a pylon, because I'm thinking that I get proxy robot, and I
Did
just
you?
realized that
Oh,
I
you canceled.
don't.
Oh, you canceled it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Because I just realized there is no proxy robot. There's no threat really. Um, yeah. So I'm kind of just waiting of what he's doing, and I can see the stalker move out here. And I only see 3 stalker, no immortals, so I kind of know at this point it's gonna be a proxy Stargate, but the battery is already ready, so that's really good. As well as I'm going for a Stargate myself in this game. And then he goes for the stasis, which is not too successful, and he loses his Oracle, which is not really
Probably the
ideal.
worst. Yeah, probably the worst outcome.
Yeah, and then he gets second Oracle there,
The stalker's
but
having a
obviously,
party.
yeah, obviously it's not too good, because what you want to get is 2 Oracles in PvP, because that's when you can break the shield battery positions as well. Obviously, shield battery can't out heal 2 Oracles, but 1 it can. Another bad stasis from him while I'm killing a lot of probes. So overall, basically, I've achieved more with 1 Oracle than he did with 2. So yeah, that's pretty good. And he's going for charge play, which is a tricky one. I've lost it many times. I don't know how you are, but when you don't wall off your natural and you go for blink, that charge play can wreck you instantly from like 6-7 gates from 2 base. So
Exactly. You
yeah,
were coaching me live when this happened, and although you tried to give me the best option, I still was like it was kind of confusing as well. It's really hard to actually know that it's going to be charge. I
it
guess
is.
there's a couple of tells, but
Yeah, there's not much there. I can see some stalkers, actually 6 stalkers. So there is literally. I'm thinking, okay, he's going blink. Um, there's a
that's
proxy
kind of the
pylon.
standard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and he's he doesn't even have um any other zealots or any units or proxy pylons out of the map. He actually takes a 3rd base, which I'm gonna probably see in a moment. While I'm opening adepts, which is a really good thing, I think, in PvP, that proxy pylon just continuously being annoying with those 2 adepts, shading them into the natural. And I don't think I've actually seen the 3rd base just yet. No, I haven't. So I'm in a really bad position at the moment. I'm going up to a lot of gateways. I think I was a bit confused of what my opponent's doing. So so I was a bit scared, which is a bit of a mistake, because I'm getting behind. He almost has his 3rd base ready, while I don't.
Yeah, you
And
don't
actually, he
even know
does.
about it.
Yeah, and he actually doesn't go up to He did go to up to charge, but he didn't do anything with it. He just took the third base, which is just well, it doesn't make any sense. Let's be honest. So I'm not gonna say that what the mind game is. Just I think it's a bit of a bad play from him, but I didn't react really well. I didn't get a third base. I'm just building up stalkers and 5 gateways, and probably hoping to do some damage on the other side of the map, while I'm trying to still send those adepts in, get some economic damage done. Then now I can see the third base, so I'm probably gonna move out immediately. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know I'm in a terrible spot here. I'm just getting my third.
Yeah, but he already has his, so
Yeah. What one advantage I have is the +1 in PvP. It does matter a lot. So he's only halfway through his +1 while I do have it. So could just try to move in towards the natural. But obviously, I wouldn't know if there is a battery there or stasis. Which could just immediately end the game. And he does have a lot of stalkers now as well. And he's working on his blink too. I think he might have just wanted to get blink, but put charge in instead. I think that could be the case. But yeah, as you can see, I'm in a terrible position. Once again, Adept shading in from me, so that's quite annoying for him actually. And now I can move him with my stalkers because he moved his stalkers away, and I can at least get the batteries, get some of the warpins, which is just small victories for me, and I can still target down a few SCVs. So now I'm kind of back into the game with this move actually, because those adepts did such a great job. I also have my third base, and he still doesn't have blink, and it's +1 against +1, but I have +2 on the way. So yeah, just like that, I'm back in the game. So that's PvP, basically one adept shade.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I do suggest having a proxy pylon somewhere on the map and just shading into adepts. It's incredibly difficult even to react, and yeah, you can shade into the main base, and yeah, it just can be really annoying. And while you do that, you can move your main army and kill a base or something. So yeah, that's I think that's a good thing. And in PvP, the meta is at the moment is quick +2 and going up to charge and having a lot of stalkers and charge lots. It's like gateway style, and then after 4 base you go up to 8 gas and get double robo, and then start getting those disruptors. So yeah, it's pretty much what I'm gonna do in this game. I think maybe I get Archons first in this one, and then just trying to bust him with +2. There's another shade, very annoying. Like whole game, these shades are coming. But actually, those adepts get killed this time.
Yeah, you moved him unluckily.
Yeah.
Too far.
And then now I can see there is a lot of stalkers and getting quite a bit of charge lots in that as well. Similar army, but yeah, I've got +2 and he got +1, so he would need to ideally wait. No cancel on that, so it's a good pick off from him. I would need to wait. He would have needed to wait to +2, and maybe he even realized that and moved out. But it's still a nice kill. I was out of position and walking to that stasis, and I'm moving my army in the wrong position. But I do have a bigger and better army here. I've got Archons as well as an Immortal. And then now he's trapped. I can just warp in here and then surround him. Although he can warp in this location, even though these are small warpins. But yeah, my army is just so much better. Those Archons are really tanky. And then yeah, it's just really good from me, basically. I've killed a lot here. Meantime, there's Zealot run by, which is really good against those slow warpins, and I caught all of his stalkers with mine. So it's just basically positioning-wise beating him really hard, and got rid of a lot of pros here.
By the way, guys, gather your questions. So we might keep WiNTER for like a minute or two. If you have
Okay.
any other questions,
Yeah, I can
other than
see
that.
from Rhombus there is already, which I can answer now while this force base getting killed. If I misplace it, I do cancel it because yeah, it's 100 minerals, which is annoying. But basically, if you're long distance mining, you're gonna lose a lot more resources because it's just your mining just gonna be so slow. So it's worth canceling it. So now there are some DTs, and I do not have an observer, which is quite annoying, and I did not realize it up until this point. But there is another charge run by. It's basically this pylon wins the whole game. Like that one thing won the game
MVP pylon.
from a terrible position where he was already mining from 3 bases, and I've only had 2.
Yeah, I can see that you have like 30 worker advantage. So
Yeah,
even
and
though you
now
lost a couple of units, you're still in a good position.
yeah,
And he's floating a lot of minerals.
yeah, he does. He's probably trying to like defend, and yeah, he can't really pay attention to all of the warpings, etc. Yeah, as you can see, I'm 4 base now. I'm going up to Robo Bay, double Robo, and then getting a 5th Nexus as well. So it's just basically getting ready to kill him. He's not gonna get back from this. Once again, just like the previous game, it's something I would have left if it was me. Like it's game over. So yeah, but he does stay in. So yeah, just getting out those disruptors, getting some more static defense just to make sure I can't lose this game with like some DT run bys. So I have 3 cannons usually everywhere. As you can see, there
It's
are like
always the
4 here.
question: what can I lose the game to?
Always a question, exactly. That's what you always need to think about. And yeah, he comes out with a big army. I'm not even sure where did he get this from. It's a lot of zealots, and
Well, you had like 2k in the bank minerals at
yeah, probably that's why. Yeah,
the other second.
he's trying to get his force back and then just move positions just to catch me off guard somewhere, and maybe he can kill a base.
Regarding cannons,
Excuse me. Yep.
is it worth to put some cannons into production as well in case there's like DT blink and?
Yeah, normally it does. Like in the main base, at least there are 2 there, which is okay. I suppose it gives you time to overcharge and warp in. So it's okay like this. Basically, I think it's a pretty good defense in the main base on my production buildings. And he tries his luck, but he can see there are 3 disruptors out, so I can zone him out easily. And yeah, from this position, if you don't go up to disruptors yourself, then you're a dead man. I've got a bit too many Archons, which isn't really that good if he's on disruptors, but since he has a lot of charge lots, it is really good. Like generally speaking, Archons are doing pretty well against zealots. Sometimes I do hold these charge Tolins with going up to quick Archons really quickly. So yeah, I do like them.
I think at this point he's just like dead because he doesn't have disruptive tech. So
Yeah, obviously massive, major disruptor shots there on everything. All of the DTs going down, all the zealots, and kept the ops alive. And he's gonna be out of here in a moment, I believe.
0-2 between the Templar.
Yeah.
Hello, Aztecs.
Hi there. And there is another run by there.
Okay,
Just
and now
killing
basically
everything.
that one pylon just won you the game. Ooh,
Yeah, pretty much.
solid.
So always suggest that to just take a probe out and put down that proxy pylon and just be annoying as much as possible. If you can see your opponent is moving out, then there is this time to shake 2 adepts in or some charge lots. Yeah, it's a good thing. You can come back to the game with that.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah, I don't
Chat.
know if you have any questions. Chat have any questions to me or to my play or anything.
Well, if I
I'm
have
happy to
questions,
answer.
then if I get some questions, luckily I'm in a good spot to ask you directly.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think about it. I don't know. I don't think I have any questions right now. That was a lot of insights, and I'm really, really glad that we experienced some high level analysis of this level of gameplay. Like those were some small details, and I'm really, really happy that that you got time. And once again, huge shout out to you. And
Yeah,
guys,
thanks for having me. It's
going
always a
to-
pleasure. And yeah, I suppose I'm going
Check
back to
out-
work then.
yeah, check out WiNTER. I dropped a shout out into the chat. Check out his channel. Hopefully, we're gonna get him to stream more.
Hopefully, yeah.
I'm telling him. Rambaz's question was answered, so the answer was you canceled. Oh wait, I have regarding that question. If you realize it too late, do you still cancel?
Yeah. If it's almost done, I still cancel it. To be honest, yeah. But that's a tricky question. Like I would say I would cancel it. But maybe if I play a game, I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, that's a really good question. It's just what pops into my mind, and I'm just doing it or not doing it. I would say I should cancel it still. Although, yeah, you might just lose the game on that, unfortunately. Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to say thanks for having me once again, and yeah, good luck for the rest of the day. It's still quite a long time to go, like almost 8 hours, as I can see. Yeah,
it's only 8 hours. I've done that before. This is basically like something that I've already been through. So
cool. All right, thanks for having me then, and good luck.
Huge shout out, and for those who actually missed it, I'll be trying to get these pieces up on my YouTube. So bit of an extra content as well as just having it for you guys, because this was like super nice. Obviously, people can just go back and watch it. I'm always going to try to put these up as fast as possible, because this was like once again like huge explosion of information.
Hopefully it wasn't too much, but yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all. I would say this was pretty much the perfect amount. Like, the reason why I chose you, I don't think I told chat this, but the reason why I chose you is, first of all, as you said, you're one of the players that is high level but also approachable, and you basically just do stuff that people can replicate if they practice enough.
Yeah.
I could actually hit up Hero and be like, "Oh, look, I'll give you $1,000. Come and have this," and it's going to talk about stuff that nobody will replicate, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like I think there is we know Liquid Yoji, who's a Hungarian Protoss player. He said that it's like WiNTER is the one that I don't understand why he's better than me, but he's better than me. It's yeah, it's nothing major in what I'm doing. Nothing too hard or nothing really fancy. I've just practiced basic stuff quite a lot, and I guess I execute them well on a well enough level to be like a low grandmaster. So yeah, that's it really. So yeah, thanks for that as well, and thanks for the shout out Blood Rain and CSO Esports channel. Yeah, thanks for having
those
me.
are the two founders. Actually, Kratos is lurking around on the CSO channel, the CSO account. So yeah, thank you once again, and yeah, have a good rest of the day.
Thank you, and to you too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.